Hey guys, Kirsty Snyder here on behalf of the funnel team for Savings Highway Global. It is 8 p.m. Eastern on February 21st. Tonight we'll be teaching live the most lucrative formula, at least for me, in this online space. So if you are a person who's a note taker, which hopefully you are, right? As Jim Rohn says, learn to think on paper. This is going to be a training that could separate you from making daily sales, multiple daily sales, and then the person who maybe makes a couple sales a week. Okay. Now, if you're catching the replay, please put replay in the comments below. The Google document that we'll reference tonight is going to be in the description underneath this video if you are on our playlist catching the replay. So please be resourceful. Look at that description below so that you can have the right insight for what we're talking about tonight. If you need a reference for what we talk about. Okay. Now, this formula is specific to direct messaging. It's not you bugging family and friends in a direct message. It's attraction marketing so that these people are coming to you. You're using our formulas for short form videos, for lead generation, for using our free app, all of that stuff. And when you use that and you have a hot, ready person who wants what you have because you're leading with impact, you will close more sales, guaranteed. How you're going to direct message, how you're going to do it effectively so that you have those multiple daily sales, like a lot of us here, is by following what we talk about tonight. So without further ado, let's add everyone in here and then we'll get rocking. Thanks for hopping on the replay if you are right now. Talk to you in just a moment. Let's make sure we can let everyone in. Hey guys. What's up? What is cracking? Good to see you, Wade, Ari, Marty, Paula, Sean. Who else we got in the house? Linwald, Paul, Philip, Shane, Willard, Karen. I'm just seeing who's showing their video. Scott, what's up, my friend? Sim, Albert. Let's see, Valerie, Carrie Ann, Darla. Good to have you guys. And the rest of y'all. Good to see you guys. Okay, so a couple questions I want to start out with. Okay. Couple questions I want to start out with. First and foremost, how long have you been in? When did you start?
The 18th of February.
Awesome. Good. End of February, beginning of February, looks like July, October, November. Okay, August. Love it. Feel free to put your guys' responses in the comments so I can shout you out. Just making sure I can let a few more people in here. Okay, so Wade, for example, and others, it looks like, I mean, we've got a handful of people tonight who are brand spanking new. Awesome. Or even within the last month. Love it. Okay. And then we have some seasoned veterans, I would say, anyone, say above 4 to 5 months, which is awesome. Congrats on being in proximity, you guys. Make sure that you guys are on mute. And when I call for attention on certain things, make sure to comment. Let's see, just added in a couple more people. So thanks guys for being patient here. Okay. All right. So a couple things I want to talk about first and foremost. First, pay attention to what we talk about tonight. I am following my own formula for what we talk about all the time. Can anyone tell me what that formula is? For people who are brand spanking new as of yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, you're probably not going to know this unless you've tapped into multiple trainings already, which great on ya. Just make sure you're not binge watching like Netflix, okay? Biggest thing is in following the formula, if you pay attention to every single thing we do, especially when it comes to hook, build up, present value, call to action, we follow that type of system even on something like Teachable Tuesday. Have you guys picked up on that? For those of you who catch the replay later on, generally speaking, when you're catching the replay, I start out with a hook. I say something like, hey, Kirsty Snyder here, ready for Teachable Tuesday. I give the date, and then I tell you what we're going to be talking about. Generally speaking, it's a hook. So when you go back and you watch this replay, pay attention, because the hook that I give at the beginning before I let all of you in for live training, I specifically said earlier, just a moment ago before I let you all in, I specifically said, this is the most lucrative formula for me, which means if you're wanting and you desire to generate 4 to 5 figures every single Wednesday like clockwork, you better have pen to paper tonight, because we've talked about this multiple times. And every single time we talk about it, there are totally different nuggets that help people in a different way. It's just like a light bulb. Even though we've said it before, even though the same type of structure has been put in place, it's in your training. Different questions, different perceptions bring out different thoughts, different light bulb moments. If you're ready for light bulb moment, all 60 of you, please put light bulb in the comments right now. And make sure you guys are on mute as well. Good. Montana's ready for a light bulb. Karen, Sim, Sean, Joel, Ari, and then too many comments. I can't even keep up. Awesome. Thank you guys for your participation. Now, how many of you guys have stepped into the DM formula? Anyone? Put DM if you have. And if that's brand new language for you, put a big NO. Okay, Tracy. Let's see. Wade, you guys are new, so that makes sense. Karen, Portia, Denise, Fang. Let's see who else. Oh, not yet. David, Glenna. Who else? Anyone else? If I say the word DM formula, are you like, what does that mean? Some of you may have not gotten this far into your training, but I'll tell you what, if you're paying attention tonight and you are using our app and you want to close a sale in real time through the app, this training tonight is for you. Okay. So Bayfield, for example, the DM formula is a direct message formula. Think of it like a recipe to creating more sales in that moment. How many of you guys, for example, let's jump to the opposite. How many of you guys have had a lead come in and then it's like 3 days later, 7 days later, a month later, finally the person gets back to you or they don't get back to you and you're closing a sale multiple days later? Anyone? Okay. Shane, Philip, Montana, Michael, Paula. Okay, first of all, I want you to know you're not alone. It's not meant to be where every single sale you get, whether it's a gold, platinum, or titanium sale for the savings membership, okay? It's not recruiting. You're not bugging people. We're not using outdated strategies. We're using things that work based on cold marketing through our exclusive funnel system, okay? Keep that in mind, because that type of language is what you could be using when talking to people who are like, oh, I've done this type of thing before, I haven't succeeded. So what's the difference here? Well, we don't use outdated strategies like bugging family and friends. And if you're doing it correctly, these leads are coming to you, right? These leads are coming to you. You're not spammy Kathying them. They're coming to you. Yes? You follow me so far? Now, here's the thing, you guys. This is what I want you to really, really hone in on tonight. Well, a few nuggets, but the basis of it is, how many sales do you want per day? Put it in the comments right now. How many sales a day do you want? And then we're going to work from the end result. Okay. So the majority of you guys are saying 5. Wow. There you go. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 422. Love it, Albert. That's awesome. Okay, Michael wants 15 or more titanium cells a day. Awesome. That's $1,500 a day. Do the math. Could that amount help you out? Probably. So if we're thinking from the end result, we'll just take it as a 5 number. Okay. 5 what? Titanium cells, platinum, gold. Okay, Ari wants 5 titanium cells. What about the rest of you guys? Or are you just like, I don't care, 5 cells, whatever? Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, it seems kind of silly for me to ask. Of course, you're going to say, I want titanium cells. Do you guys have titanium cells? Yes or no? And I'm adding in a couple more people here. Okay. So a lot of no's coming in. Off the top of your head with no filter, what is the difference maker between you getting a gold cell and you getting a titanium cell? Okay, Lino or Lino, let me know how to say your name, by the way, is saying a lot of golds. Yep, there's a $90 difference. There's a $90 difference. So if you're a person who's like, I don't know, I just want 5 cells a day, and you're a person who's like, no, I want 5 titanium cells a day, 5 titanium cells without any promotion or bonus going on, because we have those all the time, is $500 a day. That's pretty dang lucrative. That's $15,000 a month. Why are you, and this is just inventory for you guys, okay? Think about it in here, express it if you want, but think about it in here, jot it down if you wish. How come you speak that you want 5 titanium cells a day, and yet your results say attract gold sales? How come? Think about it for a sec. Some of you guys will know this answer too. You'll know flat out as soon as we pinpoint this, you'll be like, oh, that's why. Yep. Yep. Praxis. Oh, love the language, you guys. Awesome. Self-worth, lack of value presented. How do you get them to go to titanium? We're totally going to cover that tonight. Your confidence. Okay. I'm going to shout out Sim right now. You get what you present. Yes, it is about confidence. Yes, it is about consistency. It's about your short form videos. But are you presenting that it's $200, or are you saying it's a $20 business? Get in my biz. It's $20, $20, $20. Are you talking about how it's $20? Are you mentioning that gold is $20? Are you mentioning there's 3 levels? Just be thinking about this, okay? In your direct conversations with people, when I'm just going to assume you're using the app, and if you're not, please reach out to your sponsor and get plugged in. Hello. When you get Billy Bob on your app in real time, you can message Billy Bob back. And in that first moment, you can be assuming a $100 commission for yourself. You can also be assuming that Billy Bob wants titanium. Why in the world would he settle? But if you are leading with it's only $20, that is what you're going to attract. So many times we speak, we want titanium cells, yet we don't have it. A lot of times it's consistency. A lot of times it could be a very simple excuse, in my opinion, for I'm new. But then how do you explain the person who's new, who gets the titanium cell their first day, their first week? How do you explain that? Luck? No. They're leading with titanium from the start. Exactly, Art. They're leading with titanium from the start. Does that make sense, you guys? In your language, in a direct message, when you are texting someone in that moment, when they message you on Facebook, message you on Instagram, find you from YouTube, whatever it is, when they communicate with you, if you're leading from the start with, and your content that they responded to said $200, that's what they're expecting. That's what they're expecting. So are they a more serious lead when they reach out to you? Yes. Would they even know that there's another option? No, unless you're leading with that. Make sense? Yeah? Okay, so let me go here. Let's admit a couple more people here as well. Now, I'm going to share this. We're all here. And you guys will get this as well. I just want you paying attention to my screen here for the moment instead of your own, and then you're trying to multitask and whatever else. So right here, okay, so I did a poll inside of the Facebook group. We had a lot of people respond. 40% out of those votes, let's say there was 100 of them, specifically said, what do I do? What do I say? What if they don't respond after they were the ones who reached out? Anyone experience that? Okay, so someone direct messages you on Facebook, someone, puts in their info through the app, and you're right there on your lunch break and you can text them back, and yet they don't respond. Why? Okay, so I'm going to get some feedback and just put it in the comments. You guys don't have to take yourself off mute. We'll just have it kind of, in proximity here with just one voice. But if it's happening all the time, if it's happening a few times, if it's almost always a response, which is a no response, what are you saying in your first message? Just give me a couple examples. And yeah, you could say using the swipes, but be a little bit more detailed about that. What are you saying in your first message? Hey, it's Sean and blah, 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 blah. Let me know. What's your first message? Feel free to type it out. I'll wait in just a moment. Okay, so whatever the automated message is, what is the automated message that you're getting? So Albert says, hey, Billy Bob, Albert Black, thanks for your interest. Just curious, what makes you want to earn money online from home? How many of you guys are using something similar to Albert? Anyone? Okay, Michael Zimmer, for example, what are you saying? Yep, you guys can copy and paste, but what I'm going to distinguish tonight is, could there be a way to assume the sale and to lead from the get-go with what end result you want, which is a titanium cell, multiple titanium cells a day, right? If you're saying something like, received your request about starting an online business, that's fine. That's awesome, Sean. Just wanted to reach out to let you know we received your information. And it's not Sean, you guys. He's just the one who commented. If you guys are commenting something like that, and that's their first impression of you, did you from the start make them need or desire to respond? Hey, it's Kirsty. Received your info, Billy Bob. Just wanted to let you know. I mean, if I responded, I'd be like, oh, here's a thumbs up. Cool, dude. Whatever. Right? There's nothing personal about that. There's not a reason for them to respond because you did not give them a reason to respond. There's no conversation to have. Does that make sense? Let me admit a couple more people here. Okay, so Liz commented, and this goes for everyone. Okay, this isn't a pinpoint to Liz. This is for everyone to take note about. Great. My name is Liz. Would you be interested to find out how you can earn 4 to 5 figures in your first month in the online space and just keep growing as a newbie? So drop the word interested. Who cares? That doesn't stand out. That's not interesting. What would it mean to you to make 4 to 5 figures your first month, Billy Bob? Let him respond. Not, hey, would you be interested in, it's like, hi, welcome to my car show. Who wants this car and who wants a red one? And you're pitching. We don't want to pitch, right? And again, this is not just Liz. This is notes for all of you guys. Let them answer. Hey, Billy Bob, great to connect with you about working online. How come you want to be a digital marketer? What would it mean for you to blah, 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 making blah, blah, blah in the online space? Let them answer. Let them build a dream. Let them bring up some pain. Oh my gosh, I hate my job and it sucks so bad. I saw your content and just wanted to blah, 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 blah. Open up a conversation. You feel me? Okay, so reading Liz's other part of her comment. Hey there, have you seen my business overview yet? When you're able to watch it, let me know. If you'd like in, I'll drop you the link. Lead the conversation. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them express. People get into business, especially in the online space, when they feel heard, when they feel valued and appreciated, not spoken to. There's a difference between you leading the conversation and you pitching the conversation. Let them answer. Hey, Billy Bob, great to connect. I'm excited to see if this is for you. Have you seen my business overview yet? Heck no, I haven't. Awesome. Let me know when you've got about 10 minutes and I'll drop you the link. Oh, I'm ready now. Great. Here's the link. I'll follow up in about 15. Why are you following up? Because they literally just admitted they had the time to watch your 10-minute overview. And you did not just spammy Kathy them by being like, here's my link. Here's my link. Yo, bro, here's my link. They don't care. Allow them to respond. Even just a simple yes or no question at the beginning of, have you seen my business overview yet? After you said, hey, Wade, awesome to connect with you. I'm excited to see if this is for you. Have you seen my overview yet? That's point blank. Wade would respond and be like, no, I haven't. Yes, I have. Guess what? If he says, yes, I have, your next thing would be cool. What time are you enrolling Titanium tonight? Because guess what? If Wade has not seen the overview and he lied, he'd be like, what's Titanium? And then you know, right? Hey, Wade, it sounds like you haven't finished my overview. Here's the link. I'll follow up in about 15 minutes. And when you prep them that way and you make sure that they're admitting they have the time to watch, then it's not awkward for you to then say, okay, I'll follow up in 15. That gives them a 5-minute buffer. They just said they had the time. Here's my link. Cool. Talk to you in 15. So then in 15 minutes, when you follow up, you're assuming the sale. You're assuming that sale. Hey, how can I help you get started? Not, hey, what'd you like about the overview? No, don't open up a can of worms. Assume they want it because you have them talking to you right then. Make sense? Okay, now I'm like 5 minutes back for all the comments. Let me hop through these 19 comments real quick. Okay. Sim about 5 minutes ago said, just reaching out, wanted to let you know I received your info. How can I help you get started in the online space? I got ghosted and then I asked her when she was getting started. Okay. So open up the conversation. Hey, Billy Bob, just reaching out, let you know I got your info. What makes you want to work online? I mean, shoot, if in real time, let's say Sim, for example, you get Billy Bob's info, his number, okay, you message him right then and there. He literally hasn't seen the overview yet. He just barely put in his name, email, and phone number, right? If you're using the app and you get the lead to your phone through the app, right? How can I help you get started? I'd be like, yo, let me finish this video first. Or I'd end up treating you like customer service and I'd say, oh, well, what is it? Oh, well, how much? Oh, well, and then you're answering questions like your customer service, right? So shifting, I love that, Sim, but shifting your language just a teeny bit and asking, why do you want to work online? What makes you qualified? Okay, don't say that, but that's the intent of what you're trying to ask. How come you want to work online? Why not go back to your 9 to 5? Why the online space? What's in it for you? Why work at home? Why not just go get a second job? Now, don't ask all those things in one sentence, okay? Let them answer. Just understand the first message is the first impression. And if you treat it like customer service, they're going to treat you like customer service. They'll be the ones asking all the questions that you know are covered in the overview. Think about when you got in. What made you get in? Did someone help lead you to the decision of getting in as a member? Or were you like, I don't know. I just like, I got in, I had all these questions. No, you probably got in based on concepts like tonight. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay, hop in on. Okay, so Michael Zimmer says, hey, Billy Bob, it's Michael. I'm excited to see you wanting to take action towards your success. That's a lot of words, and it does not make me want to respond. I'm just shooting it to you straight. Hey, it's Kirsty. I'm excited to see you wanting to take action towards your success. Bro, you don't know them yet, right? So assuming, yes, that they want to take action, that's great. But where's the question? What makes me respond? Make sense? Ask a question. Why the online space? I'm excited to connect with you. Why work online? Make them answer. Don't lead them for, oh, is it to work at home? Oh, is it to spend time with kids? Oh, do you need to get out of debt? Nope. Don't give them options. It's not a multiple choice question, right? It's you asking why they're looking to work online, why they're taking action today, what made them want to reach out to you. Okay. Let's see. Just going to unshare so you guys can see my sassiness. Let's see. Send a link. Okay. Okay, so Montana about 8 minutes ago. Yep, I'm still catching up, you guys. Hey, Billy Bob, I see you were checking out my side hustle and ways to make extra money from home. I've been super busy as this month has been taken off. Holy moly. But if you're free, okay, so Montana, real quick, are you saying this whole thing to them? Hey, I've been so busy, it's been taken off, but if you're free, I have a minute now to answer questions. It's literally copy and paste. Anyone can do it in about an hour a day. Is now a good time for you. Chat soon, Montana. Okay, I don't hate it, but the problem is, Montana, you didn't allow them to speak. What you were saying was good, but could it come across like, bleh, here's all my, bleh, it's 1 hour a day, blah, 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 blah. Even if I like that, even if on the receiving end, I'm like, woo, it's 1 hour a day. Yeah, copy and paste, cool. I still wasn't able to come up with that conclusion myself, right? Leading the conversation, helping them see the conversation, letting them respond is going to engage them more. And the only problem I have at the end, Montana, is when you say, is now a good time for you? Again, just as I said to Sim with her comment, if they just in that moment, they came in as a lead, Billy Bob at Gmail, here's his phone number, and you respond to Billy Bob, the overview is like 10 minutes long. So now what? You're going to get them on the phone and tell them what they would see in the overview? Does that make sense? You don't want to be customer service. In fact, you don't want to be taking phone calls. I never take phone calls. And when I do, I tell them it's between $97 to $297 for a 30-minute session. And then they're like, oh, I'll go watch the overview. Yeah, you will, because you want to work with action takers, not customer service treaters. Make sense? Let them speak. Everything, Montana, that you put in there is awesome, but separate it. Let them respond and then say something more about that. Okay. So we would want them to tell us why they want to join. Bayfield, yes. Why do you want to work online? What's in it for you? Why not just go get an extra job? Why not go donate plasma? Like, you're trying to have them bring up either dream for why they want to work online. Hey, I got to get out of debt. I want to take my kids on a trip, whatever. You want them to bring up why they're incentivized to work online, or, and probably both in that same message, they would say something painful. My boss freaking sucks. It's so stressful with blah, blah, blah. And then you can help them see that you're the connection to eliminate that pain and build that dream. Make sense? Let's admit a couple more people here. Yeah, kind of like it's an interview. Yep. Without you recruiting, right? You're still assuming the sale, although you're leading the conversation to, hey, Paula, I work with a lot of people. Why do you want to work in the online space? Well, I've got same. When I started out, I was in over $120,000 of unsecured debt. So take me as evidence you can too. What time do you want to get started? Right? Something like that. Allow them to be heard, allow them to express, because people don't get in business, especially a digital product. They don't get in business with someone who is just like, bark, bark, bark. Here's my woohoo. They might be excited about all that woohoo. It's 1 hour a day. It's this. We have training for you. We do the funnels for you. They like all that. But if you're going with all the features and you don't allow them to see the benefit for what they want, they're going to ghost you. Make them feel they want to respond. Ask a question. Hey, I'm excited to, you're taking action. You don't even know them yet. Let them say that. I want to take action towards my goals. I want to create success. How would they then answer that? How would they even say that? By you asking that, by you leading them to that conclusion. Okay. Let's see. So Montana, I just barely saw your comment. How can you shorten it? All of what you said in that paragraph is awesome. It doesn't make me, if I was the prospect, it doesn't make me want to respond. You already told me everything. I don't need to respond. I'm just going to watch this video and maybe I'll get back to you. But if what are we following? A formula, right? Hook, build up, present value, call to action. What's the value here in your long message, Montana? That it's 1 hour a day that's around your schedule. What's a buildup? Oh my gosh, I've been so busy, but hey, I've got the time for you. They're feeling important, right? What's the hook? Something like, was it Liz, I believe? Liz said it in her message, something about 4 to 5 figures in your first month. Well, shoot, 4 figures. I want to make at least $1,000. Heck yeah. Let me dream about that. Let me respond to you before you then go into, oh, it's 1 hour a day and it's da-da-da-da-da-da. Let me be in the idea of 4 figures my first month, rather than being told the more exciting stuff before I even get that first feeling. Okay. Makes sense, you guys? Okay. So Sean says, hey, Billy Bob, it's Sean. I received your request for info about starting your online business. Have you seen my business overview yet to outline how you can earn 5 figures a month? I like it, Sean. It's definitely a word vomit, if I'm being blunt, only because there's 2 questions in there, but you put it into one. Choose and maybe test which one works better for you. Hey, Billy Bob, it's Kirsty. Received your info for working online. What would it mean for you to make 5 figures your first month? Or have you seen my business overview yet? Pick which one. Do you want a yes or no answer, or do you want them to go right into their dream for why they're connecting with you? Test them out. Don't say all of it in one. Test it out. In fact, if I was you, depending the lead, okay, I would say the question about the 4 to 5 figures a month first. Let them respond, because then they're in the rhythm of responding. You're not going to get ghosted as often, if at all, to be blunt, if you first impression is, I want a response. Respond to me. Let's have a conversation. Okay. If they're responding with, holy crap, 4 figures my first month, Kirsty, you have no idea how much that would mean to me, because I've got blah, 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 blah. There's rapport built there. There's value there. They feel heard. So then when you acknowledge what they said, and then your next question is, awesome, Billy Bob. Yeah, me too, blah, blah, whatever. Relatability, because you're a human. That's how friendships are formed. It's relatability, right? Have you seen my business overview yet? No, I haven't. Awesome. Holler when you've got 10 minutes of time and I'll drop the link your way. I would be willing to bet that person is going to say, now is good. Why? Because you've gotten into a rhythm. You've set the impression, the expectation of them responding. Not just spammy Kathy, here's my link and blah, here's all this barf. And they're like, I don't even know what to respond to, although it sounds good. I'm overwhelmed already. Pitch, 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 pitch. I'm overwhelmed and I'll deal with this later. Not sure what it means, even if it sounds good. Okay. Let me add in a couple more people here. So if you're using the app Sim's asking, but they don't have the overview on the first contact, right? If they're using the app, they hit your workwithsim.com. They then submit their name, email, phone number. You then get that lead in real time. And the next page takes them to the funnel, which is like, 9-10 minutes, something like that. So yeah, they do have the overview, which is why if you're using the app and you respond in real time, you don't want to be like, how can I help you get started? They're like, yo, I haven't even watched the video yet. Or they're going to respond with all the questions that are covered in the funnel. And then you're acting like customer service. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So Karen, this is just my personal opinion, okay, not doctrine. I hate the word interested. I hate the word interest. It's like, it just feels so pitchy. That's just my personal opinion. Sometimes it works for people. For me, I'm like, ugh, I hate it. So a different way to ask what you're asking. Let's see, you asked it 6 minutes ago in the comments. Hey, Billy Bob, excited to hear from you. Tell me what interests you in working online. I would say something like, why do you want to work online? Why working online compared to blah, blah, blah. I just don't like the word. But if it works for you, awesome. Roll with it. For me, it brings up like I'm being salesy, and I don't like that. That's just my personal opinion. Let's see. Yep, you can do business cards, Michael. It doesn't have to be all online. We just focus a lot on online and social media because we're global. We want to reach more people than like someone we could talk to. Dawn, we actually will get to that. So Dawn says, I'm confused. Montana's message was exactly what we were told to send in another Teachable Tuesday training. Yes, because they are the, oh my gosh, what do you call it? App swipes. What we're wanting to bring together is the DM formula with what's there for your app swipes that you could just like copy and paste, because we want to have you be custom in what works in assuming the sale, asking for the sale, having a position of authority from the start. So we're combining the two. Okay. So a couple things. Let me go back here. Questions to think about. Okay. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can hear or see it right here. The highest ranked question, as we said a few minutes ago, was what if they don't respond after you reached out? My question to you would be, how well are you following the DM formula, which is briefly what we just talked about? Are you allowing them to respond from the start, or are you just being like, bleh, here's my link, bleh. Oh, and then they don't respond. It's like, yeah, because there was no rapport built. There was no value given. You did not allow them to talk. They did not feel expressive because it wasn't there. There was no lead in the conversation about that. Okay. And if you did not end with a question, for those of you who are like, how do I follow up? Well, if you don't have them respond and you're not ending with a question and they ghost you, you're right. It is a little bit awkward to then follow up because you haven't received a response at all. I'm going to be blunt with you guys. If I get, say I get 100 leads a week, 98 of them respond to me. I'm not kidding. And it's because of what we're talking about tonight. So if you want to stop being ghosted, you have to allow them to desire to respond. There has to be some type of reason for them to want to engage with you in that moment. Okay. Beyond the receiving end of it, if it was you going to Ari's funnel and Ari then messages you, what makes you want to respond aside from in real time, Ari was quick in getting to know you? Did Ari get to know you? Or did he just say, hey, let me know when you want to start? And you're like, yo, I don't even know what this is yet. Do I have reason to respond? Who the freak is this Ari guy? Right? Do I want to work with him? Holy crap. He's like a robot. He must be a robot. He got back to me so fast. Like, have them feel that you're not a robot. You're a real person who cares. Okay. Allow them to answer. That's kind of what we went over already. Are you allowing them Are you making them want to be responsive from the start? Are you setting that first impression in, I want to have a conversation, or no, let me just, and they're like, I don't know who this chick is. Okay. Follow-up phrases, and this is only for those who have the guts to follow up with every single lead within the next 24 hours. How many of you guys are in? I gave the same type of challenge last week to Anthony, and I know for a fact that it helped. And I know for a fact that it will help you guys if you actually do this. Now, I don't mean tonight, because for some of you, it's like 8:40 and it's a little weird, maybe, to be reaching out to people who it's, 9, 10 o'clock their time. Okay. So do it in the morning, do it within the next 24 hours, do it tomorrow during work, your lunch break, whatever works for you. But commit tonight to following up with every single lead, whether you have received a response for them or you have not, and choose from these 4. Now, obviously, this one right here is only applicable if they've responded to you. If you've had a conversation, if there's been rapport built, if there's been some type of engagement, that's just like going for it, Hey, David, what time are you enrolling? That's point blank. That depends on the conversation. That one is pretty blunt. So that's not one I would use for everyone. Obviously, this one does not matter unless you actually have a response. So don't use it if they haven't responded at all. If you got the lead today, last week, last month, whatever. Hey, Billy Bob, based on our conversation, when you express that you blah, 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 right? Because you built rapport. I only want to work with action takers. I definitely see you as one. What time do you want to get rocking today? Allow them to be like, yo, dude, drop dead and die. I don't want to enroll. Allow them to ghost you. But if you never ask for the sale, the answer is going to be no. Make sense? This one I like a lot because it's important. It allows them to feel important because they are. They are. If the last thing you heard from Billy Bob was, yeah, I'll start this week, you didn't get a time locked in, you didn't get a date, they didn't admit when works for them. Hey, Billy Bob, I have it in my calendar for training this week. Are you serious about taking action? No, I'm a lazy piece of crap. No, they have no choice but to respond and be like, I'm serious. I just need to blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, I get paid Friday. Awesome. What time Friday are you enrolling titanium? See what I did there? I got the time. I know I can follow up because I literally just admitted I'm going to reach out Friday. And I assume titanium. So if they're not enrolling titanium, they're going to tell me in that moment, nope, I can only do gold. Nope, I'm actually going to do platinum. Right? These 4 work so well. This one, oh my freak. I love it. Hey, Albert, I've got 4 more spots for my income accelerator this week. Do you want in? It's a point blank question. No, I'm good. Or they don't respond at all. But more often than not, they're going to respond with, yeah, what's the income accelerator? Well, guess what, guys? What is the income accelerator? The fast start guide. I'm just titling it something different. Make sense? For those of you who said that you'd follow up within 24 hours for all the leads you have, dude, this one right here, depending if you have set the presence, you've set the expectation of responses. Okay, the first impression is let's have a conversation and we're going back and forth. This one's a really good one. For those of you who at the beginning, when I asked how many of you guys get a lead and then you don't hear from them for a few days, a week, a month, tons of you, yep, that's me. Guess the freak what? Go message all those people. Hey, Bob, it's Montana. Thought of you. I have 4 more spots for my income accelerator this week, tonight, this weekend, whatever. Okay, whatever urgency you want to do. Do you want in? Do you want one of those spots? What are they going to say? Heck no. No, they're going to be curious, which is doing what? Hooking them. Especially if so much time has passed, you're still following the formula. You're still following the formula. Hook, build up, present value, call to action. What's the hook here? 4 more spots. What's the build up? Income accelerator. And then there's urgency, call to action. It's literally the formula every single time, you guys. Make sense? Yes? Put yes in the chat, if so. Okay. You guys have heard this before if you've been around the block, even if you have been in for a few weeks. To get the end result of having, as we said, the example, 5 titanium cells a day, are you leading with titanium or are you assuming lower? Probably not. Probably yes. If you want to have a titanium cell and you want to lead with impact in that way, think from the end result. If the end result is a titanium cell, backtrack that. What action steps do I need to take to get a titanium cell? Okay. This one right here, I just want to highlight. Obviously, you're not saying this all in one direct message. You're saying this. Obviously, they're going to say $100 commissions. Duh. What does that lead with? Titanium. Awesome, Billy Bob. Sounds like titanium level is going to be your best fit. What time are you enrolling today? And guess what? If they haven't watched the video, if they're like, what the freak is titanium? Now you know. And you're still holding posture because you're saying, what time are you enrolling titanium? They're like, I don't know what titanium is. Cool, dude. You didn't pay attention to the video. Not that you should say that, but you know that on the receiving end. So now you know how to lead them back to the funnel, to the overview. Hey, Billy Bob, sounds like you didn't make it all the way through the overview. Let me know when you've got 10 minutes and I'll drop that link your way so you can watch it in full. You're holding authority. You are the authority. You're leading the conversation. And if you feel like customer service, it's no wonder you're either A, attracting all gold sales, or B, you're in the circumstance of you get a lead tonight and you don't even hear from them at all, or you hear from them after a week. Tons of my sales come that day. To be blunt with you guys, I would say 65% of them. Like if I did my own math in my head right now, 65%. If I get a lead today, 65% of the time they close today. It's not a week later. It's not a year later. It's not me going back and forth and being customer service. It's, are you in? Are you out? I'm in, the end. And it's because of authority positioning. It's because what we do works if you work it. Okay. Company introduction video on our link, correct? So Michael, great question. When you go to your 1, 2, 3 training, and if you don't know what this is, you got to reach out to your sponsor right now. Okay. This right here, let me move this chat. Fast start guide, setting up your domain. Okay. This guy right here. You put your site name at the end. Snyder. This is what you're sending people. Now, obviously, this is going to be different if you're using the app, which obviously is right here. It will look very similar though, because the app collects their email, their name, their phone number. Okay. And if you're using the app, you get that in real time. So let's just say I'm a lead. Okay. Submit my info. Okay. Let's say I was through the app talking to Wade. Okay. This is the video I'm talking about. Please. And I'm unsharing my screen because I'm in full throttle right here. Do not be sending leads to your Savings Highway Global .REORTs. No, please don't do that. It's not because we can't. It's because if I was sent Savings Highway Global, blah, 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 you better believe I'm going to go look at reviews. I don't even care who sent me what. I'm going to go look at reviews and I'm going to convince myself not to do this. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of info overwhelm, which never helps anyone. Okay. You send them to our funnel because our funnel converts. You send them to our funnel exclusive to our team because we do the email follow-up for you. So you might get the lead in real time. You can respond to Billy Bob right then and there. It's on your lunch break, but boom, you know exactly what to do. And then we follow up on the back end for you. And if you send them to a general website and they go down a rabbit hole of what the freak, there's no formula to that. There's no hook. There's no buildup, present value, nothing. Where in our funnel, the reason they convert so well and the reason the fast guide says, do workwithway.com, make it in all one funnel, put your site name at the end, is because it converts. You feel me? Okay, off my soapbox. Okay. Write this down, you guys. And yes, you're going to have access to this Google document. That's fine. Please write this down right now. This is your map to success when using the DM formula. M, measure your action. You will not get leads in real time from the app, from a funnel, with email follow-up from us, with whatever. People will not be direct messaging you on Facebook, Instagram, on your text, on YouTube, whatever it is, unless you are posting minimum 3 short-form videos a day. Now, for those of you who are new, this could be your like, holy freak, baptism by fire moment. That's fine. Lean into it. Because if you can watch a Netflix show, if you can sit on the potty and twiddle your thumbs, you have enough time to create short form videos, 3 a day. Habit stack that. If you always take lunch at a certain time, if you always wake up and do something at a certain time, if you always do laundry at a certain time, whatever, habit stack creating a video in that time, either as a reward or as a benefit or as a conclusion to whatever other habit you already do during the day. Okay. Measuring your action is a big, big thing. What's the quote? I don't even know who it's from off the top of my head. Daniel talked about it yesterday on Mindset Monday. What you lack in skill, you make up in numbers. Right? And if you want numbers and you want leads and you want too many direct messages, you want too many cha-chings from your app, there needs to be more eyeballs on your stuff. How you get more eyeballs on your stuff is short form videos, which is why the Fast Start Guide goes into short form videos. Okay. Attracting your assumption. What's your assumption? Well, all of you guys said titanium sales. Not one person said, I want gold sales, right? How can you attract titanium? By using language of titanium, from content to direct messaging, to assuming the sale, talking about what time are you enrolling titanium tonight, today, whatever. You're not saying, oh, do you want to do gold? Oh, it's only $20. No. You want higher commission, higher people, like-minded people. Think from the end result. And then P, point and posture yourself. And what I mean by that is everything we talked about this entire time. You are not customer service. You are not there to spammy Kathy people. You are there to lead the conversation and let them know that it's for them. Not sell them into it, but allow them to respond. Let them respond. Stop barking. Yeah? And this you guys can read. Okay. Couple things here. The DM formula main training is this guy right here under next level training, the DM formula. Okay. You have a lesson PDF for accountability. You want to take notes. Good. This 37-minute training, I should literally sell for like $5,000 on its own, because it is what makes me the most money. It does. This right here, this link goes to our other, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trainings. That's including the main one. Okay. So 4 additional trainings of the DM formula. Altogether, this is like what? An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4.5, almost 5 hours plus tonight, let's say 6 hours. Can you imagine for a moment if over the next week, instead of binge watching your favorite show, you binge watch how to make lucrative income online using the DM formula, do you think you'd have passive income by next month, by 6 months, by a year? 100%. Instead of binge watching your favorite Netflix show. Okay. When you go here, this link goes to that playlist that has our trainings for DM formula, exclusive to us, exclusive to the most lucrative way to make money, in my personal opinion, based on my experience. Okay. Let me add in a couple more people here. And it's also right here. Okay. If you're not in your 1, 2, 3 training, you have the main one right here. And then you can click this. It's a hyperlink and it goes to the same thing that you saw here. Okay. That was right here, this button. Make sense? Last thing, and this is kind of a tangent, and then I'll take a couple questions here. I would strongly, strongly, strongly encourage focusing on our team. And here's why. Our team is the fastest, strongest producing for what I would argue over a year. You chose the right team. You chose the right sponsorship. You chose the right training. And now it's a matter of you working it and being consistent with it rather than dipping your toe in, kind of doing it when you feel like it. No, people reap results because of consistent action. So just like the acronym MAP, measure your action. Did you post 3 short form videos today? Or did you sit around and you wondered what to do? You know what to do. It's in your training. And if you don't have that training that I showed, the funnel team training, ask your sponsor, get involved ASAP. If you don't have notifications turned on in the Facebook group, there is a reason that we have those things in place. Because what, guys? You know you know it. PW. What's PW? For those of you who know. Proximity wins. Success leaves clues, you guys. And if the DM formula is what makes me the most money, hands down, no matter what, sure, the short form video might be the gateway. It might go to YouTube. It might do the additional training that we have. But the DM formula is where I close almost every single titanium sale. I had 6 titanium sales on Saturday. Closed that day, got the lead that day, closed that day. That means that you guys can do the same. You have to be leading with language of titanium. You have to be assuming the sale and holding authority, not being customer service rep, because you're not. You're meant for more. Act like it. Okay. But focus on our team. Don't worry about all the additional calls that corporate does, that corporate emails out. We freaking love the guys. It's great that we have them. They're also our fulfillment company. And if you want more titanium sales, if you just want more sales in general, you're waiting to break that first sale, that 3,000 passive income, whatever it is, here, focus here. What we teach is proven to work if you work it. It's not theory, it's fact, it's data, it's backed by numbers. You feel me? Okay, questions. I know we're wrapping up on an hour, so if you guys got to hop off, that's okay. The replay will be on teachabletuesdayreplays.com if you need to catch the tail end another time. I know that was a lot, but I know. And you guys can take yourself off mute if needed. Just make sure that whatever questions you ask, if you have them, pertain to this, not some random something. Okay. Or you can put it in the chat. Yep. Sounds good, Sim. That's what we're here for. That is what we are here for. Let me grab. You guys know what I'm getting if you've been around the block. Let's see. In our Facebook group, we have a pinned announcement about Teachable Tuesday. I just put it in the comments. Okay. When we're done, I want you to go comment on Teachable Tuesday thread what you learned tonight. As I always say, don't just say, oh, it was great. We know We want to know what takeaway you had, what light bulb moment helped you, what nugget you took away so that you can go close more sales today, tonight, tomorrow, because a lot of you said you'd follow up. So expect sales. Yeah. So you'll comment on this guy right here. Okay. 1,300 comments. It's a big deal when you collaborate. Lead from the front, collaborate, and use that link. It's also in the pinned announcements. So really, if you just go to our Facebook page, it's right there. Okay. All right. Well, I do not see any comments coming in. Michael, you'll get leads if you stop affirming you don't have them. Just saying. The way to get leads is to follow the formula of short form videos. Short form videos are the gateway. That's why the Fast Start Guide goes into short form videos and doesn't teach you all of a sudden how to do a Facebook group. That's advanced training, not applicable till you master short form videos. Okay. Short form videos is the gateway to get leads. It is the gateway in getting leads. And if you want leads in real time to close in real time to impact in real time, follow the formula. Follow the recipes for what we have. Stop distracting yourself other places for things that don't apply to the fastest producing team. Okay. All right. We'll see you inside the Facebook group here in just a moment. I'm dropping the link one more time so you guys can comment what you guys learned, and the replay will be up here within the next hour, and we'll see you inside the group here in just a moment. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome night.